guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to be doing a last minute project. So I decided to submit something to the State Fair Texas Creative Arts Competition. I knew about it for years, and I don't know why I didn't do it a long time ago, but you know, I'm glad to be doing it this year, of course. I was thinking about doing like a streetwear outfit with and paint something on top of it, but I wasn't quite sure. But I had like some dead stock fabric that I had for like over a year. I think the receipt that I had from it said like January 31st 2020, like right before lockdown, and I just never used it for what I intended it for. So I like laid it out, and it was like over 3 yards. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna challenge myself to make something I normally don't make, which is evening wear dresses. Mentally, I just thought I wasn't that great of it during undergrad, like with the evening wear sector of the fashion courses. So I just kind of jumped to the conclusion that I couldn't do it, and that's not okay. Like, you should be able to try everything and really just put your best foot forward and not like think ahead and be like, oh, I wouldn't be able to do that. No, it's not true. So with this, situation, I was like, you know what? I'm going to challenge myself to do an evening wear dress or something in that area. So I sketched out a design, and I was like, I'm going to put Bluebonnets on top because it's Texas. So I'm glad to have you guys watch this journey along with me. It's not necessarily a sewing tutorial, but you are able to follow along and look at each step that I took. So yeah, let's get started. So here we have my drape for the front and the back. I'm only going to show you the front, but yes, this is the desired neckline I'm going for. Initially I did want it to be strapless, and then here we have the drape lined out, and it's basically ready for me to cut. I checked the seams and make sure everything was even, and then the dark lines on here will be the notches. We have our pieces from left to right. We have the side back, the side front here, the center front, side front again, the side back, and the center back. So I had a slight design mishap, and I will mention it later on in the video, but I just want to give you a heads up that the zipper will be on the right side instead of the left side. So, I mean, hey, shout out to all my sisters who are left-handed. This dress is definitely for you. So we're going to get started on sewing the vertical seams. This is the lining for the top bodice part. So I'm just going to knock this out because we have to add boning, and this is just really prep work. Alright, now I am measuring each seam throughout the whole bodice. Initially my intention was for the dress to be strapless, but I did add straps later. But since this dress is kind of similar to a strapless dress, I went ahead and added boning on all these seams anyway. Alright, quick disclaimer, I put the boning on every seam because I had the intention of doing a strapless dress, but that definitely changed. But yeah, this is the 1/2 inch Ridgeline boning. I will put in the description. This is not sponsored, but yes, I just went through every seam on the opposite side and just let my larger needle, this is a size 12 by the way, go through. And then here I'm doing the same for the outer shell, the main fabric. I'm just putting the top bodice together. So it's pretty much the same with the lining, except for there's no boning on the main fabric. Quick tips for sewing curves, like when you get to the center bust part. I kind of have to take out my pins just so I can work the fabric and work the seams to fully match up without the curves puckering, because that's very common when you're sewing a bodice like this. And then here I'm clipping the curves so they can press nice and flat. And then I'm going to just press each seam on the bodice. And of course I did the same with the lining as well. Alright, so here I'm putting a stay stitch on the top of the bodice and on the bottom of the bodice. It's probably better to do it before you do the vertical seams, because some of the fabric can be on bias, which causes the fabric to grow. So I guess to avoid it all, I would recommend doing it way beforehand, putting the vertical seams together. So I put the outer shell bodice on the mannequin to check and see what happened, and as I mentioned earlier, it definitely did grow a little bit. Yeah, on the side you could see that there's a little bit of gapping, and we don't want to expose our model at all. So the plan is to, fix this up, and also just go to the center bust seams and pin right here, and then just mark what excess needs to go away and just re-sew it. And I also just plan to do the lining as well, because 9 times out of 10 it probably has the same problem. So you can see the center bust seams are pinned, but now I'm moving on to the straps. I decided to add straps because I wasn't sure if they were going to hang the dress or put it on a mannequin. And either way, I just rather be safe than sorry. I don't want it to fall. I'm not saying it's going to fall, but not all mannequins are sized the same. So it's better to have straps just for the dress to hang on to. So, I'm just, trying to be prepared here. So the straps ended up measuring 22.5 inches right here, and then 19 inches right here, and 16.5 inches right here. So I'm going to cut them out and press them in half. And by the way, the width of these straps are 1 inch when you cut them out, and then they will turn into 1/2 inch when you fold them. So now we're at the sewing machine, and I am sewing a little bit over 1/4 inch away from the fold. I just gave it a little bit of wiggle room so it won't be too hard to feed through when I turn these straps out. Now I'm going to cut off the excess fabric, and you want to cut close enough to where you can easily turn out your straps, but not too close to where you cut through the threads. So I cut about 1/8 of an inch away from the thread. I also cut the corners of the strap just so it's easier for it to turn in on itself when you're using the loop turner. Alright, so I have a love-hate relationship with the loop turner. I don't know why I announced that, but yes, we're going to feed it through the strap. And I tried to slow it down here, but you just want to snip a hole. I mean, not snip, but the loop turner is like sharp enough to put to hook onto the fabric, and you just want to start pulling it through. Please go ahead and just look up a tutorial on loop turners, like, I beg you. I'm just doing my best here. But yes, so I'm just feeding the strap through the loop turner, and this is definitely at a slower pace, so you want to be careful so the loop turner does not unhook, because that is a nightmare. So yes, after you get the loop turner out, you just feed the rest of the strap through, and then we can go ahead and press these straps. Okay, y'all, so some accidents are great. Some accidents actually work out for the greater good. And I'm glad that this is an accident with just myself. This is just a project for fun, so it's a good accident to have, but it looks really good. I'm excited, and let me show y'all real quick. So this is what I have so far. Isn't she gorgeous? I plan to leave it a little bit longer on the right side, but also cut it a little bit shorter on the left side. I just like a little bit more spice. But yes, I mean, I'm excited. Here's the front of the straps, and then here's the back of the straps. That concludes part 1 of this sewing vlog. Go ahead and stick around and click over to part 2 to watch me paint the dress and also just finish it up. And also, quick announcement, the State Fair of Texas will start September 24th and in October 17th. So if you're local, if you're in town for the fair, go ahead and stop by the Creative Arts Center, and I will be in case, the dress will be in case number 40. And yeah, take pictures and also tag me at Laisha_Co. And I will put it right here and also link it in the description box. Thank you for watching my video. Please like, comment, and subscribe so I know you're enjoying my content. And also don't forget to put on your notification bell for future videos. Yeah, thank you. Goodbye.